Okay, so that's that. That's the very basic thing to do. We've also got this this X up in the corner, and this is the delete key. So if I want to delete anything, I just click on it. So I click on key group 3, and that's gone. Just one more thing with the edit control, actually. We can also edit the properties of the actual tab simply by clicking on the background of the tab. So I click on the background, we get this menu come up. So I was using the edit tool to do that. And properties. So I click on properties, and this is where we can give the tab a name. So I'll call it key group octaves. And also we can choose the kind of dimensions of the tab. So I've got it kind of normal monitor size, 4x3, but we can also do widescreen monitor. And you can see down here we've got the iPhone and iPad options for when, like, very soon you'll be able to export these tabs and have them on your iPhone or iPad and control the Eigenharps, or get feedback from the Eigenharp on your iPhone or iPad. And then probably a couple more things to show you. Okay, so once we've built that as well, we've got the full screen mode, so I can click full screen. So that's really great for like just being able to glance down if your computer's a little bit far away. And then we've got this plus here. So next to my key group octaves tab, I've got this plus, add a new tab. Then I get a new tab called Untitled. I can click on that, click on the background. I may as well do something else really quickly. So what can I do? I could do like the drummer voice volumes. That might be a good. I'll make a little mixer for the drummer volumes. So click on the background, properties, give it a name. I'll call it drummer volumes. Hit OK. And then, okay, so I'll just do really quickly just to recap what we just did. So create control, plus button here, get the window on the side. So what I'd like to do is just build a little mixer for a few drummer voices, as in like my Apple loop. So I scroll until I find the drummer. So we've got all the agents in here. Okay, drummer 1. Click on the plus next to that, and you can see voice. Voice 1. So we've got voices are each kind of slot for an Apple loop is a different drummer voice. So voice 1 volume, stick that on there. Voice 2, actually let me zoom out to do this. So voice 2 volume, voice 3 volume, and then voice 4 volume. Remember order that's all in. Okay. Size and position control. I'll move those all in the right order. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we need to go to the edit control. This one here. Click on that. Okay, so the first one, just give it a name. I'll just call it 1 volume. And then the type I'm going to use a vertical slider. And the same for the second one. 2 volume vertical slider. Oh, no. 3 volume vertical slider. I did it again. And then 4 volume vertical slider. Okay, and then now if I start, so I've clicked on the arrow again as my perform one, so I can actually use the controls. So I've got this screen now, the 4 volumes. I'll fire off the first 4 voices of the drummer. They're all playing at once now. And now I've got this wonderful mixer, so you can hear that it's all turned to 0. It can turn up the volume of loop 1. Turn up the volume of loop 3. There you go, you get the idea. So basically, we can do this for whatever we want. So you can kind of, if there's some specific things you need to be able to like get feedback for while you're performing, or you need to build yourself a custom thing, then you can. So that stage is quite straightforward, really. Hopefully, I'll show you. Yeah, I think that's basically it with stage, isn't it? Yeah, cool. Okay, so that stage. The next thing I wanted to do was the tile.
Yeah. Do you need them?
Do I need it? Okay, so I just need this. Oh, I've muted the wrong thing. Okay. So there's been a little bit of confusion about choosing key groups, choosing scales and tonics for key groups. which is fair enough because it is a little bit funny how it all works. So what the problem is, we've had a couple of people say, basically, I can only change the scale of the tonic on key group 1. And we believe the reason for that is probably because, okay, so here, for example, here's how I change the scale on key group 1. So I hold down the mode key for key group 1, and I choose the scale controls down in the bottom corner. Okay, so then I get my 8 lights. Probably need to go closer. So I get my 8 lights for the different scales. So I put it on a minor scale, I go back to the piano, and we go to the minor scale. Now that's all good. Now the problem people have been having is, okay, so now if I go to split 2 and use the mode key for key group, the top key group 2, choose these scale controls. Okay, and now I put it on a major. Choose the piano on this key group. Actually, no, it was already a major. Okay, so I'll choose a minor again. We go play on this key group. It's still a major, basically. So what's going on is you can control the scale of any key group from any other key group. So it's a little tricky to explain. So basically, I could use this key group up here to control the scale of this key group, or I could use this key group to control key group 1's scale, or basically it's the scale of any other key group from wherever I want on the instrument. And this is useful, especially when you've got a split in 2, so you might want to have your scale controls up here whilst you're playing here and change the scales on the fly. So it's kind of an essential feature, but it makes it a little bit difficult to get your head around, first of all. So what's going on is, okay, so I'm going to use this top key group again. I'm going to choose my scale controls again. So what you've got is you've got a sub-mode key. So I've used key group 2's mode key to choose the scales. But now, within key group 2, there is a new mode key, which is located here. It's all labelled in the quick reference guide where the actual mode keys are.
Yeah, what key is that?
It's key 4 for the scales. The slightly dodgy thing about the tau setup, which will probably change next time we build them, is that the sub-mode key for the scales and the sub-mode key for the tonics are in different places, which makes it a little bit hard. But okay, so there's this sub-mode key here, and I hold that down. Okay, I'm going to go closer. You got it, yeah?
That's probably...
Okay, so sub-mode key just here. I hold that down. You can see I've got this new selection of lights here, and each one of these lights basically represents a different key group, and they're organised in splits. So course 1 is split 1. So this one here that's lit green represents the key group that's in split 1, and that's key group 1. Course 2 is split 2, and they're organised in the same order as the actual split. So this light here represents the top key group of split 2. This one represents the bottom key group of split 2, and so that's key group 2, that's key group 3. This is split 3, so this is the top key group of split 3, which is key group 4, key group 5, key group 6. So it's all in the same order and organised in splits. Ignore this one for a sec. Okay, so say I wanted to use this top key group to control the scale of this bottom key group. What I need to do is press my sub-mode key, and so I'm controlling key group 3 from here. So I need to choose this light here. I let go. Okay, and now so I'll choose, first of all, choose a major, and I'm going to choose a piano on this split down. Oh, sorry, this key group down here, the one that I want to change the key for. So I'm just going to play. I'm just going to play up and down the scale here. So you can see, basically, I'm using this key group now to control the scale of key group 3. So you could use any key group to control any other key group. The other thing you can do is if I hold this sub-mode key down again, I can say, right, I want to control the scale of the entire of split 2. So I can actually choose as many key groups as I want at the same time to control, which is quite cool. And then this one here, the one that I said leave till later, just next to the mode key, that actually represents all key groups. So if I choose that and then change the scale, that's changing the scale of every single key group at the same time. And you could achieve the same effect if you pressed all of them. It's the same thing. Okay, it's the same thing for the tonics, just really quickly. So if I hold down the Mo key again and choose the tonic controls. So this is a slightly bad thing about it, but some Mo key is now in a different place. It's here. But once you hold that down, you'll see it's exactly the same. So you've got split 1, key group 1, key group 2 and 3, key group 4 and 5, and then all. And it's the same thing. So if I want to control the tonic of key group 3, I choose that one. So I'm playing play up and down here. So there you go. Hopefully that is explained well enough to clear that up.
All right. We'll see you next week.
Right, cheers.
Bye.
Bye.